Don't you think you ought to tell me who you are first?
Why?
This podcast show is full of sugar and spice and everything nice and everything mean, explicit content in between, and whatever the fuck I fancy. So now that I have taken care of the disclaimer, please sit back and enjoy the rest of the show.
On a bright, sunny, or rainy day, I can listen to Rene. Topics of the day: why sex don't match the love, our relationship sucks, why the boys play, experience immaturity, politics and currency gains, economics, Spotify it, you can find it, sign of the times for the deaf, dumb and blind. Don't miss it, call the number one, state your name and what's your interest. Rene.
Hey, yes, work. Thank you. Welcome back. Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to 2021. Welcome back to the Rene Show. I am your favorite podcast host, the girl that says all the shit you're afraid to say. And we are here. We made it to a new year, 2021. So I told you guys last week, we were going to get here. And if you had faith and you believed that you were going to get here, well, you're fucking here. So welcome back to another super duper awesome fucking show. Okay. So listen, I hope you guys are well. I hope you all enjoyed your New Year's Eve. Hopefully you were able to do whatever you wanted to do, but safely. I don't know how many of you listening to the show are here in Baltimore, but all I know is that yesterday I had looked as to see on my Google alerts that the numbers have gone all the fucking way up, like some fucking Fat Joe shit, like all the way up. Like they are ridiculous. Yeah. So increase, and a new strand. Why not? 2021. Did everybody's superpowers kick in? Did you, feel like everything maybe actually activated for you on New Year's Eve, or no? You still sitting there like you were doing okay. Yeah, I know. Exactly. I know. Listen, if you don't know, you already have these superpowers. You got to believe. It's like, Olivia Newton-John. What was that song? Have to believe we are magic. Yeah, that was my shit back in the day. So yes, welcome back, you guys. I hope you guys are ready, ready to get this shit started again. We get to start over a whole new year, right? Am I right? Yeah. We should be grateful, right? You should be fucking grateful. If you're still here, bless you. Okay. You made it. Did anybody though, honestly scream out Jumanji? When it hit 2021? No. Okay. And I hope you guys that are listening to my show, you knew that we weren't going to get back to normalcy, once this new shit started. You know what I mean? Just come on in slowly, hopefully you didn't touch shit. Keep your hands in your pockets. You know what I mean? Let's not claim the fame. Let's just feel it out a little bit, see what's going to happen, and then we'll keep on pushing forward. So listen, if you guys are new to the show because you wanted to do something different for 2021 and you was like, let me check this crazy bitch show out, let me hear what she's all about, then listen, I would love for you to follow me on IG at Rene Show. Also, you can subscribe to my YouTube page, Rene Show. There you're going to find visuals of the actual podcast show, more of a shorter version than the one I do here on my bottom bitch. She stays on the bottom. I tell you, Spreaker right here. Love her. Mwah. Thank you, yes, for supporting me. Also, if you want to hit me up, you want to be on the show, send me an email, kreneshow@gmail.com. And also the website, check it out, thekreneshow.com. You know, the pattern, you know, you got to keep your shit in a pattern, you know, so that people can find you. Oh, Facebook, definitely. I have a page over there, K Rene Show. And you can definitely check the show out. I'm on all fucking streaming platforms. Come on. I mean, iTunes, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio. You can also find me by hitting up on AMAZON and talk to your homegirl, Alexa. And, you know, that's that. So anyway, listen, I'm excited. I am super excited to, you know, see where this year takes me. I hope you guys are too. You know, we've conquered as far as to condition ourselves to, for the most of us who haven't been living a fucking lit ass year, you know, with the fucking pandemic. But other than that, you know, we've mastered the fact of keeping ourselves healthy and being able to create and, you know, being more in tune with ourselves, maybe on more of a spiritual level, you know what I'm saying, and shit, you know, people doing their thing. So all we can do, you guys, is keep going the fuck up from here. So anyway, let's get this motherfucker started, shall we? Yes. So listen, my word of the day is suffrage. I'm sorry. I read it in the Brit accent, you know, pause for the cause. Now, you know, I don't give out, you know, the recommendations, you know, I stopped that shit. You know what I mean? I said that. But if y'all ain't watching motherfucking Bridgerton, I'm sorry, not Bremerton, Bridgerton on Netflix. Okay, I'm not a big fan of, like, you know, that kind of shit. You know, I'm not the girl that watches MPT shows like my mother. She loves shit like that, you know, and the accents and all of that in there across the pond. But I fell in love with the show, and Cobra Kai came back. Yes, they blessed us with that shit early. They was like, nah, fuck January 8th, give it to them on the 1st. So yes, you're welcome. And you know what? Happy Saturday, you guys. Did I say it or did I not? I'm sorry if I didn't. Happy Saturday. It's not too bad here today, as far as temperature wise, but you know, it's winter, so that shit still sucks. But anyway, other than that, yes, check it out. It is lovely. Anyway, word of the day, suffrage. It's a short intercessory prayer, usually in a series. Or within second definition, the right of voting. Yes, there you are. Suffrage. You know, speaking of voting and all of that shit, you know, when the fuck is Donald Trump and all his motherfuckers are gonna accept the fucking fact that he lost? If they recount that bitch again, like, who does he think this country is? Really? Like a real fucking live version of Sesame Street, and we just got the Counts, just fucking the Counts' whole family and shit, just like, we got to do it again. One vote. Two votes. Three. Like, really? Take that shit and fucking take it up your ass, man. You lost. Get your shit packed. Start pushing. Fuck up out of here, man. Fuck that. Just saying, like, god damn. Get over it. Anyway, my piss me off moment. Let me get into this shit. Because, you know, with piss me off moments, it's only so many things that could happen, whether it's outside or inside or something that I may have watched on TV. But just saying, this shit it deals with the fucking grocery store. I'm sorry. The grocery store people are pissing me off, okay? You know what pisses me off about the grocery store? It's the self-checkout line. The self-checkout line basically is, of course, you know, when you pay and not pay. Well, I hope you all pay in the fucking grocery store. Like, I mean, who's running out free shit? Right, nobody. But anyway, you know, you ring your shit up. And I like going to self-checkout. You know why? I like going to self-checkout because I, you know, have like this thing like I used to work at the grocery store. I didn't, but I feel like, if I did, I'd be real good at bagging and ringing people's shit up, so I get to vicariously live through cashiers in the fucking grocery store, going through self-checkout. But anyway, that fucking is not the point. Okay, self-checkout line, of course, everybody's keeping space and distance, so where the motherfucking line starts. I hate when people try to play dumb and shit. Like, they step in front or they go and start to ease up to the one that basically is, like, about to clear and open, like somebody's grabbing their shit. And then why do I gotta always be the policeman? They gotta be like, excuse me, sir, ma'am, the line is back here. Then you know what they say? Oh, I didn't see. You know where the fuck the line is. You didn't see. Now, come on. How long they had these self-checkouts already set up and shit? For a minute now. Yes, for a motherfucking minute. So with that being said, you already should be checking your rearview mirror and you should be looking behind you and keeping your antennas up so that you know that the self-checkout line starts back behind where I am. Okay? Come on now. Then they be trying to give you the guilt shit, like, in the face, like, looking at you like, but I only have 2 items. I don't give a fuck if you were just buying a pack of gum. It is behind all 8 of us, okay? The fuck in the back. But anyway, I'm sorry. No, I'm not, because they get on my fucking nerves. But that was my piss me off moment for the day. So, anyway, you're welcome. Moving right along, I want to give you all, of course, a tip for the week that you can carry on within different parts of your life. First, the one I want to give out is the relationship tips. Now, a lot of people, like I said, on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and I think even on New Year's Eve as well, they kept the tradition rolling and shit. People was getting engaged. So, with that being said, my new lovebirds who are going to tie the knot, jump the broom, whatever the fuck you believe in that puts it together. Relationship, never threaten divorce. Okay? That's like a kiss of death. Alright? If you feel like divorce is close, or you're feeling like it's just speaking to you, then let something else speak to you. Like counseling, therapy. Let's stay together, loving you weather. Okay, so yeah, this ain't the time, you know what I mean, to really be breaking up with people, especially for the simple fact, I can tell you, dating games and scenes are not fun, especially in your 40s, okay? Take it from me. You see where I am? Look at me. You see my eyes? You see them? Look, right here. Okay, I see you. Look, you right. Okay, you don't want to be here. Okay? And it's not that it's like a bad thing, but I mean, it has trying times. But it's, again, if you're a relationship person and you really thrive and strive to be the best all you can be in the relationship, then stay in that army. Okay? Stay in that army. For a sex tip for you all, because it is a new year, make a sex bucket list. Yes! Start something new. So start creating like a sex bucket list for you and your person. And then, see if you guys, accomplish some things within this year. And how many you get to accomplish. Now, I gave you tips and everything in case you missed it. See, that's why I told you, I'm on all streaming platforms and all different types of handles out here in case you need to go back. I gave advice on how to get it, popping and different things you can, do with each other in the bedroom, especially within the times that we're in. So, yeah, go back a couple episodes in this season of season 8. Yeah. Write some shit down. But yeah, make a sex bucket list. Make it fun. Maybe to the point where you make it like a fetish night. It gives me an idea for another show later down the road. And my parental advice for my parents out there, make time for your kids. And trust and believe me, even for the smallest things that you can do, they appreciate that shit. Like, they really, really do. It is like, it's so important for you to make time with your kids, even like for me working 2 jobs at home. And, you know, of course, me doing this podcast show and writing and, you know, creating and thinking of topics, you know, it comes with a lot. And I have, you know, a 5-year-old, of course. So, you know, I've talked about my son before several times, a lot, all the time. Love him. But, yeah, you know, try to do something with them. Like, you know, like set a special time at night, like where you guys like play a game, or, you know, every night, you know, for an hour, you just set aside time and let them choose something that they want to do with you. You know, the other night, New Year's Eve, yes, the other, couple nights back, yes, Thursday, New Year's Eve, I was, learning how to Pokemon battle. I don't understand that shit. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I really didn't. And then, you know, because my son comes from a competitive, you know, bloodline over here with us Adams, you know, we're competitive in games, but you can't keep fucking cheating, son. You know what I mean? Like, you can't keep trying to give and double up on points because I don't know what I'm doing. So, yeah, with that being said, yeah, but parents do try to, again, give some time for your kids, you know, and they'll cherish that and they'll appreciate that. So let's get into it, right? Yes, let's get into it. And again, topics, of course, you know, I don't judge here. This is like Planet Fitness, no judgment zone, right?
Won't you tell us all about it?
Start at the beginning.
Yeah. And when you come to the end, stop.
All right. So, you know, because of the fact it is a new year, you got a lot of people that are out here, of course, single still. And we have preferences, you know. There are people that we have as far as more so people fall trapping having types, which I talked about, you know, trying to stay away from, in air quotes, types, because of the fact that maybe you need to expand your horizon and, you know, your choices. Because if you keep wanting to get sucked in with types, then you may continue to find yourself forever lonely more and more. But you know, there is one thing that we can do, and we can choose as far as the age of who we want to date. And a lot of us like to choose someone that is older. And especially when it comes to women like an older partner, because of so many different reasons. Now, I'm going to spike this off of both sides. I'm going to also put it to the point that there are men who also prefer an older woman. Cougar Town. Okay. Not necessarily, but it kind of looks like it because, you know, that's how fucking society spins shit. You know what I mean? But then you have, like, of course, women who want an older man. Insurance policy. Like, you know, why the fuck else would it be? You know what I mean? Retirement, pension. No, I'm just kidding. Psych, guys. You know, there's more than that. They love ya. They love ya. Okay. But let's talk about it, you know, and it's a very interesting thing because along the lines of age, you know, you kind of got to look at certain things too, how people prefer to only date within their race as well. And then people could look at that. Is that underlying racism? That would make you think, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. Because again, we don't judge over here. You know what I mean? But let's talk about this though. But for one reason is because of the simple fact that people who choose to date their same age may be looking for a different growth, a more of the same experience within, because of the fact that they are within the same generation and the same age. So to experience life as far as being within the same age and, you know, the differences within their relationships that they can compare and share, then yeah, that's great. But when you're dating older, we're thinking generations. as well, which is a difference. And then depending on, well, how far do you go within the line of how much older do you want? And guess what, my good girlfriends? I ain't forget about you either. Mwah. You know, mummies. Because I'm going to also talk about how the women like to date older women in relationships as well. And I want to actually see, as at the end of you hearing this episode, let me know what you found as far as the common denominator within all different preferences. And if you can give me one common denominator, I'll let you know about a little special giveaway that I will be giving away. But unfortunately, I can only give it away to somebody who is here in the surrounding areas of the DMV. And that is because of the fact that I will be able to personally deliver it to you. Right now, we can't trust the mail, y'all. All right? The mail is shitty shit, okay? I'm still waiting on stuff, all right, that I haven't gotten and received yet. And I bet you all are too. But let's talk about this shit. All right. So with a woman who wants an older man, it's because of the fact that he has his act together. Not only does he may have his like shit together, but he's an adult now, you know, and because of course men do mature a lot less, a lot slower than women. Yeah, I mean, it could be the situation that maybe at that older age, they have now caught up with our maturity or have actually gained some wisdom and being wise over their years. Now, for me, I can't date anybody younger than me. I can't. I refuse to. I'm not. And as far as older, 5 to 7 year gap is basically where I want to push. I don't want to push 10 and over. I just don't. And I have my reasons why, and that is my preference, and that's what the fuck I'm going to stick to. Okay. Now, as far as within reasons why, is because of the fact that he has a career instead of a job. Yeah, he has a career. He might be an executive now somewhere in a multi-million-dollar company of some sort. He has a title. It's not even the fact of assistant manager at McDonald's. It's not anything to the fact of saying, oh, okay, so like, you know, he works in the deli department at Giants. Like, it's not even that. This man got a career. And again, you know, careers turn women on. Of course, that makes them very wet and they get hot in the spots because of the fact that they're like, yes, establishment. There's a 401k involved. Yes, I love it. And other investments tied to this brother or this man, whatever. So again, it's nothing wrong like with having a job, but someone with a career means it's more ambitious and they're goal oriented. It just, you know, again, something that they're again attracted to turn on. He knows who he is now. Yeah. By the time within the 30s, mid 30s or so, you tend to know who the fuck you are, you know, even more so once you're in your 40s. You know, a man who has a firm grasp on that, it's not just confident, it's also sexy. Yo, sexy. Yes, you're gleaming and beaming, and yes, you are showing it all. Yes, you better work that runway, sir. But yeah, you're financially secure as well. See, I told you, pensions, honey. Insurance, yes, life insurance. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. But seriously, though, it helps. You know, and it's not that the fact that the woman needs a man for the money, but it's nice knowing that, you're dating somebody who you don't have to borrow $20. You know, they don't need no money, to borrow off of you. To pay their bills or their cell phone bills. It wouldn't even probably be the fucking utility bills. It would probably be the priorities of real fucked up when it comes to younger men. It would be, let me pay my cell phone bill. Then if they smoke weed, I'm going to get me a dub. and then I'm going to get a little gas, and I'm going to get something off the 4 for $4 or whatever the case may be. But I mean, of course, it's going to be more than borrowing some motherfucking $20. You know $20 ain't going to cover all that shit. No, they're going to need more than that. You know that. You already know. Right. Can you cash at me? Yes, because I love you. He's done playing games. Yeah, at a certain point, men need to stop the bullshit. I'm saying, honestly, I don't know how much more further you're going to be able to go in life playing these games to where it's like the point where you still think you got it. And you know shit is starting to get bad for you. You already know it. You're slowing down. Stamina ain't what it used to be. You know, your sex game's probably getting a little weaker. I didn't say weak. I said a little weaker. You know, so you need to be real mindful of what you got going on here. And, yeah, don't play no more games. After a certain extent in your age, the game is over. It's over, son. It's over. Okay? Now it's investment time. Yes. Yeah. And they were fun. I know they were fun. But they get boring after a while. They gotta get boring after a while. Like, really, it's drama. You gotta be careful, too, with side pieces and chicks and shit. And they be coming to fuck your shit up. Especially with the fact that you think you still got game and your shit is weak and played to where you get that wrong bitch on the side. She found where you live, whatever car you driving, ran the tag, then went and keyed it up, wrote a nice message on it outside your house, making all kinds of fucking noise. You really don't need that shit as older men. You should be done. Okay? And when you're finally done, again, you'll get the reward. They don't have no more fucking roommates. Yeah, you know, men go through experiences in life where, you know, they try to manage money, but they mismanage their shit. Then they gotta move. Then they gotta move in with somebody or make it work out. It takes two to make a thing go right. Not to saying that they were doing it, you know, or, you know, don't get your fucking mind out the gutter. I was just singing a song, just putting two in it. But I'm just saying, you know, they've had their ups and downs when it comes to a fact of managing money. And so they may have had to, or, you know, once or twice in life, had to have the whole roommate situation. So now he got his own motherfucking place. Maybe he's already been in his mortgage for several years to the point that this motherfucker's almost paid off. You know what I mean? So there you go. Think about all the places where y'all can fuck. Yeah, with his own place without having to worry about somebody walking in, the key twisting in the doorknob and all of that shit. Yeah. And then again, keep in mind, they have more life experience. Yeah, some older men, of course, depending again on that gap where you're going to extend it to. You know, I know some women that have actually dated men that's 15, 20 years older than them. I don't know why, but okay. But all those years attribute to a worldly human being who can spice up your life with stories and advice, adventure. So it's important to have like that person who can give you something that you don't already have in your life. Yes, experiences, definitely. Guess what else with older men? Guess what the fuck else, women? They know where your motherfucking clit is. Did you know that? Because guys, boys, takes them a little bit longer to figure that shit out. Yeah, just saying. Older men, they are seasoned. All right? They know how to fuck. They've been fucking for years. They've been eating pussy for years. Okay? They know how to please you. They want to please you. So yeah, they know where your clit is. Yep, sure do. And most of them, again, as far as older men, they know all the important buttons on your body. They do. They know where to push. They know where to insert. They know where to flick. They know where to lick. They know where to tickle. You know what I'm saying. All right. So yeah, that's probably why you want them. So yeah, like I said, at times, sex game gets a little bit weaker. But if you got an older man that takes care of their body, maybe not missing much. Maybe not missing much. He knows what a real date is, what it entails. You got some little Thundercat hopper boys out here that don't know what to fucking do, where to fucking take you, how to court you, how to court any fucking body at that. That sucks. You know, again, older men ain't really all obsessed with watching TV, binging, you know, series, Netflixing and chilling and ordering in. That's some young shit, okay? But again, a meal, going to a dinner, having the seat pulled out for you, the door opened, order what you would like, and let the lady get what she deserves. Let her have the motherfucking restaurant. You know, them kind of dates. That's what you want. They can hold a conversation with your fucking parents. Yeah. Not like, how you doing, Mrs. McAfee? Oh, it's nice to meet you. Okay, bruh, what is that? What are you doing? That is not gonna, my mom is not gonna like that shit. Yeah, so again, that's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a red flag. If it's not a red flag for you ladies, this should have been a red flag. If they can't talk to your mama or your dad, how you doing, sir? It's nice to meet you. Holding their head down, not making no eye contact. Oh, no. Yeah. And again, that comes with age. So an older guy knows how to win over your fucking parents. I told you, they're seasoned. They know what they're doing. Life experiences has made him a conversationalist. Okay? Duh. He respects your friends. Oh, shit. That's different. When they respect your friends, ooh, you gotta keep her. Yep, respect your friends. And again, respecting your friends, I know it's hard for younger guys to respect your friends. I know it is, because of the fact that a lot of them think that a lot of them are trying to start trouble anyway. But as far as the simple fact that it's not always the case that they're trying to start trouble, it's not. It isn't. But some of them are just too fucking in tune. But as people mature, a general respect for people comes into focus that, you know, with younger people that sometimes lack that. But again, if he respects your friends, he fucking respects you, bitch. And he's not scared. Not scared of sharing his emotions. Yes, only a mother will hinder her young son from crying, will not let him display his emotions, and then get into a relationship later on with an older woman, and then she want to ask him, why the fuck is you crying? Because I was taught to show emotions, bitch, and I was taught to show my feelings. So again, not the saying that he's going to be a crybaby, but if he does, then again, he's being open and honest with you. And that is something you should, my dear, fucking respect. Yes. You're welcome. Yes, thank you. Now sit the fuck down, children, because I'm not finished. Now let's talk about these men, these little Thundercats, okay? The Thundercats. Yeah, let's talk about them real quick, right? Now, some of them, again, they love an older woman. They do. They love an older woman, and it's cool. I mean, with the simple fact that they love an older woman, it's nothing wrong with that. It isn't. But the thing about it is that sometimes for an older woman, you know, it's kind of frowned upon when it comes to the men that they're dating, because of the fact that they're looked at now as like, oh, she's being a mother to him. I wonder how old is he? Well, the first thing is, for younger men that love older women, they love your experience. Like, it's not anything. Experience is valuable, and because you've become wiser and better at coping with difficult situations in life, and you've been through a lot in your life, a younger man feels like there's so much to learn from you. So they respect that. They love the fact of your experience. Another thing is, you know what he wants, which is another simple solution to things, is that being that you know what he wants. Oh, you know what he wants. Yeah, you know what he wants in the bedroom. You know what he wants to eat for breakfast. You know, yeah. But yeah, a man wants to see himself as a hero, as someone his partner genuinely wants and needs to have around. And it's not as a mere accessory, like a best friend or partner in crime. So what it is that men want to have something that they want to definitely fall in love with and appreciate that. But just understand that it's especially true. It's how they want to approach within their relationship. So they know what they want. They do. They want to feel like a hero. They do. That's their thing. It's in their DNA. That's what they seek out in relationships, and that allow them to feel like a protector. Older women are more likely to recognize this need in men. So they feel empowered and actually trigger this instinct. So, again, you know what you're giving them. If you're the older woman out there listening to the show, that you're dating a younger man, and if you are, please email me, because I'd like to know what your experience has been like, and how long has it been going on. That I'm interested in knowing. I want to know. He can learn a lot from you. The older you are, the experience you have, the more experience you have, the more you can teach. Yes. There's something on Hulu called A Teacher. I don't know. I hope that's... Well, you know what? I said I wanted to check that out because it looks quite interesting. But that's why younger men are so attracted to older women, is because men that are ambitious and want to expand themselves intellectually, so they want you to, give that to them. Rich life experience. It's hard to come by. Yes, it is. And men will mature more quickly if they have someone to learn this from. Again, when you both know what you want, you're older, wiser, know exactly what you want. A casual fling or something to fucking last you for a fucking minute, and you find the guy that's right for you. All right? That's cool. And while you might think that young men only want something quick, that's not always the truth either. You got to have the confidence. If you're going to be toting around with a younger man being of your age, then you got to own that shit, women. You're going to have to own it. And I think some women actually like younger women because younger men so that they can help to mold and shape them into being the man that they've always wanted. And again, I'm sure it's always about the dick. I'm sure it is. It's got to be. I'm sure it's numero uno on your list. And their, pleasure that they can give you. Because I already told you on the other show that, when you get to a certain age with women, you get to a peak. And you be wanting that shit all the time. And who not else to get it from but them? He respects you for all that you've achieved. Yes, that's why he wants you. You didn't become a successful woman out of no fucking where. You worked hard. Dedication, persistence. So he admires that. He respects that shit. He loves it. He's turned on by it. Yes, he loves that shit. And he gets to learn a new perspective, where a lot of the time, a lot of people spend time with those who are their own age. And again, like I said, for dating. So when you spend time with someone who's in a different stage of life, you get to see life through a different lens. Yeah. And it cannot be as far as underestimated. You know what I mean? Like, when you can learn something from this. So a man who's been dating an older woman, there is so much to learn. It is. And you're confident and independent, which can lead to the superficial and insecure tendencies, selfies, basically all the time. Anybody? Yeah, most younger ladies are more concerned about what people think and like of, think of them. And older women have been through this whole phase already, so this shit ain't nothing new. The life experience has given them a better idea of who they are and what's really important in life. Sometimes, and sidebar, at times where I feel like I'm in a competition with people with doing my show. And my show comes from a perspective from me being older, and to where I know there's a lot of younger women that kind of spit on topics that I do too, out there in the podcast world. And then I feel like, for me, I'm not going to go and do the same thing of gathering the attention of, playing the being the Pied Piper, to bring you over to my shit, especially for me to be pushing more than I have to. I know who my audience is. I know who's out there who appreciates what I'm giving. So I do, again, sometimes feel like I am in a competition with women who are younger than me to certain degrees when it comes to this type of work. But I mean, fuck, we all can eat and shine, and I keep saying that. But it's different in the IG, Facebook world. It's all about numbers with them, and for me, it's about genuine listeners. So that was it. That was my sidebar. Okay, that was it. But anyway, you don't care as much, basically, when you're older, what people think of you. And it doesn't fucking matter. Young people tend to seek the validation from others. Yeah, because they aren't sure who the fuck they are yet. That's why. Yes. Folks with wisdom suggests, basically, that confidence is attractive. And that men and women rate confidence as an attractive trait in a potential partner. Definitely. You are emotionally mature. When you're an older woman, young people are pretty much filled with energy and all these fucking thriving hormones. And as a result, their emotions gets out of fucking control. An older woman has learned how to control her fucking emotions. She's been through the ups and downs of life. She has stories she can share around the campfire. It doesn't mean that you're boring. It's quite the fucking opposite, though. Because you understand the value of basking in joyful moments and making the most of it. Men also love the fact that you don't play games. They don't. Yeah, they love it. You're not playing no fucking games. And that you have a refined taste. You do. As older women don't want to go out dancing and get fucked all the time, just smash. She'd rather be at a nice restaurant, and some younger men know that. Fucking subliminal shit coming out. Happy Saturday, you guys. Have some wine and bask in meaningful conversations. That's their thing. And you can have an intellectual conversation with an older woman. Also, she's financially stable. Yeah, a big thing for young men, which is a problem, is that financial security. Like I was saying, as to why older women like those fucking, why women love older men. It's the financial stability. The same with older women of why younger men love them, because they're financially stable. The last thing, again, they need, as far as, having somebody trying to mooch off of them every opportunity. So older women, the bills are basically evenly fucking split down the middle. After all, she had time to build her wealth. You don't need to depend as far as older women out here in the world, a man for money. So again, this is a huge plus for young men. They don't have to worry about financing another person's life. And if they understand the split 50-50 game, it will work. And the best thing I think of why younger men are attracted to older women is because they don't have to worry about having no fucking kids. They don't have to worry. Nope, they don't. Because it's all good. Some men aren't interested in having children, young men especially. And the great thing about older women is that they either decided that they don't want children or they already had their fucking children. So guess what? It is a whole lot of much more fucking to do. And yes, you are so welcome. Yes, you're welcome. All right. Now, to close out the show, of course, I told you I wouldn't forget about my good girlfriends out there because, of course, there are, you know what it is. You know, there's the lesbian world where there are younger lesbians that love older lesbians for certain reasons. And again, that could be a situation for some because of the fact that it goes back to the age. Now, of course, there are pros and cons of having a significant age difference when it comes into the lesbian world of dating. All right. Now, as far as the pros with this significant age difference, because it can look a little different, you know, especially depending on who you're walking around with, ladies. You know, does she look like your great aunt, or like, you know, does this match look pretty even? Steven, I didn't want to use Steven, but it was the first thing that rhymed in my fucking head. You know, what's you know, how is it? Well, here's some pros. Basically, you both get to broaden your horizons. Oh, yeah. Getting into this relationship with someone that's older or younger than you, and I'm talking to my girls out there, it's a very clear opportunity to broaden your outlook on life. Dating an older woman, it can help. You know, will basically allow you to tap into a wealth of experience and be a variety of interesting and exciting tales to listen to. Yeah. On the other hand, dating a much younger woman will help you relive your youth and empathize with the younger generation. Rah, rah, sis, boom, bah. Yeah, I want to support the motherfucking millennials. Not. You don't settle. Basically, again, pre-existing prejudices in this fucking society. Many lesbians basically stick to partners of roughly the same age in an attempt to make their relationship a little more socially acceptable. Like I was saying earlier with the hetero world, where you have people who choose to date their same age. See, experiences. It's the same thing. Socially acceptable as well because it looks good and it looks, again, in air quotes, normal. But in doing so, these women are settling for basically a partner with whom they don't fully engage. So being open to dating significantly older or younger women will widen the field and increase your chances of finding your soulmate. Ooh, the one you're meant to be with. Yes. You guys can enjoy extended social circles if you choose to date older versus younger, because there's going to be a chance to do things you never imagined, and you can mix with people who have a completely different outlook on life. Yeah. And again, it's a completely different group of fucking people, you know, from your own, and you can open up to a new world of possibility. So vice versa, you know, you guys get to, again, hear from both sides within, and look at the generations. They're different. There's the financial stability. Oh, there's your hint again. So if you've been paying attention, you remember what I asked you in the first little part of this show, and that is going to be what I'm going to be looking for within the answer. Again, mature people have often learned some tough financial lessons throughout life. Yup. When you are young and dumb, you don't get it yet until you have to get in a trial and error, which might actually include a bankruptcy. So financial affairs are more in order, and they can afford to enjoy their finer things in life. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. The homosexual world is very expensive, darling. It can be for a majority of fucking couples. Trust and believe me. It's like you be like keeping your head above water, but doggy paddling. Because if you ain't making that money, you can't really do a lot. And sometimes you might actually get left for that shit. I'm just saying, you know, they fucking gone. Chemistry becomes the single most important factor, which is also the pros of dating younger versus older back and forth. The social backlash, though, to a large age gap in a relationship can often stop people from searching for the ideal partner. So basically, who cares that your perfect girlfriend is like 20 years older? Okay. All right. She makes you happy and she shares the same fucking outlook on life that, should all, that's all that should fucking matter. You know what I mean? So yeah. There are times that when it will be problems where you might catch some hell, which is again, it's judgment. Again, it's a sad fact that even again, today's more enlightened, tolerant world that we tend to live in with, lesbians are judged and discriminated against. And again, the strange looks of shock or disapproval, it could just basically double over. Again, when you're entering an intergenerational relationship, regardless of how you guys feel for each other. Okay, it's still going to be a fucking problem. There's an element of personal sacrifice that could be inevitable because of the fact that you and your partner are at very different stages of life. There'll need to be some type of give and take, in the path you choose. Again, if an older woman may not want to dance till dawn every fucking night, in the fucking morning and go to all the fucking clubs and turn up with the bottle service, Similarly, the younger of the two, maybe again, just thriving and striving and, shagging and dragging, whatever, but again, may not be ready to settle down and start that retirement and that investment. So it's gotta be something in order for this to move forward. Gotta sacrifice. Worrying about the ulterior motives, either of you are in a way of insecure in your own skin, then there's going to be a fucking chance that there's going to be an element of suspicion in your relationship. It will. Like if the younger woman's in a relationship, they may worry that the older woman is in the midst of a midlife crisis. Oh, fuck. And then all hell breaks loose. Then there also may be the worry that the more experienced partner may be looking for an ego boost with some, eye candy to just be like toting you to fuck around. Like, look, the fucking prize I snatched, this fucking hot bitch. Yeah, so it could be that. And or your life goals may actually differ considerably. Again, if there's a difference within the age gap here, there's not a lot of young women whose main goals in life is, including an amazing pension and owning their own home yet and reaching a very, high career or profession, similarly, again, it's a problem. There's probably, not going to be too many 50-something-year-olds out there whose only goal is to get fucking fucked up and dance and fucking get high and party and be lit. So there, again, are pros and cons you're going to have to weigh out within the good and the greater good and the bad. But ladies, you're fucking welcome. Hopefully that helps you all on your journey. I mean, I'm just praying that those things may help you as far as to make your choices wisely. Now, again, you heard the contest question because that's what the fuck, I never really titled it, but it is a contest question that I did give away. So hopefully you fucking was listening. I'm just saying. But again, hit me up and email me that answer. And if you get it right, you will be treated to one free of your choice, one of my awesome pound cakes. You can either have a fresh lemon pound cake, which comes with the lemon glaze, or you can have the original regular butter pound cake, which is still great with a glaze that is sweet or no glaze at all. But that is what I do. You can trust my cooking and my kitchen. Again, it's only for the ones who live here within the surrounding area of the DMV. But please make sure that you email me the answer, KReneShow@gmail.com. Again, make sure to hit me up. Follow me again on all streaming platforms. I am there where you can hear the show. Again, you can follow me on social media platforms of IG at KRene Show, at Facebook, KRene Show. Again, I'm there. So Hopefully you guys have a wonderful Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Again, Happy New Year to you all. Thank you for rocking with me, and continue to be a loyal listener and a fan. And I appreciate you, and I love you, and you take care. Bye.